r/AskReddit. What's something your parents don't know about you? I've been married for 6 years. My husband and I have been together almost 40 years, but we were crazy kids who didn't need a piece of paper to prove our love. After a health scare, my husband's sister made a comment that implied she had a closer legal relationship than I did. It was offhanded, but it made us think. We already had wills, medical power of attorney, etc. Paperwork done, but we decided to get married just to make it more cut and dry. Only a few people know and married. Our kids and a couple of close friends. And now some people on Reddit. How I constantly worry about them dying. Everything. They never took the time to get to know me. I watched all 8 seasons of GOT without my parents knowing. My mom would never let me watch it, but I told my dad after I was done, and we talk about it all the time when she's not around. My parents don't know that I've awakened to the fact that we are in a cult and that they are blind devotees. I wanted to leave, but I don't want them to disown me. They are lovely people, but they have devoted themselves to this stupid cult that they turn into monsters whenever someone criticizes the religion. They think I'm fortunate because I was born saved into this stupid cult, but in reality they are being controlled by the cult's narcissist leader and siphons their money twice a week. That my first hospitalization for suicidal ideation was actually an attempt. It would break my mom's heart. That I share a bed, and more, with my roommate. My dad always comments on how confident and chill I seem. I'm usually experiencing a lot of anxiety. Mostly about money and my future. Hard to let those feelings show. Though. Edit. It's great a feeling to see that there are so many other people out there who experience this same feeling. It's not actually an online game. I can pause it. I am terrified of them. That I am an intelligent, functional adult who can, in fact, handle my own shit without their interference. And if that does not change soon. My address. Edit for some clarification. When I said adult, I am old enough that I have my own kids who are in college. I have been fighting these over controlling pricks for decades. They accused me of coming home strung out. I was actually sexually assaulted and just looked like shit. That I regularly search the obituaries for their names. I don't want to have anything to do with them, but I'd like to know when they are dead. That they didn't provide me with nearly enough emotional connection growing up. Sure, I was provided for, but I was never really connected with on an emotional level. I wish they knew how much that affects me. You almost got me, Mom. Nice try. I keep any all relationships with men under wraps around them. I'm female. But ever since my last relationship ended so badly and caused a lot of emotional distress, severe depression, alcoholism, etc. Anytime anything new comes along, I just avoid it so I don't get their hopes up. Nothing's worked out so far, so rather have them believe I don't want a relationship than try and constantly fail. I'm on Reddit. I'm on antidepressants. Also, a lot of the issues that lead up to me going on them. Also, for the record, medication has been an absolute game changer for me and I have no qualms about it. I just know that my parents aren't really interested in any part of my personal narrative other than me being a successful, fulfilled adult. The drugs I've done. My parents don't know that one of their Halloween decorations was effed by a deer one night and they think it was the wind, but I saw it all from my widow. They fixed it and still use it to this day. Edit. To answer every one question, it was a male Bambi big horns and he fucked one of those plastic Grim Reapers, so I guess you could say it fucked over death. Edit 2. Thanks for my first gold and silver. I just bought some spicy mustard. Haven't told them yet. How much homework, work, self-discovery, cocaine, writing, reading, and studying I do. First time I saw a naked woman. I was with my grandpa. He showed me the photos. Edit. I feel like I need to tell my parents now, because this thread is awesome. I'm a teen and they're somewhat strict. They don't let me have my phone after 10 o'clock at night. So I found my mom's old phone, reset it, set it up with my ID so that it would forward text messages from my normal phone to it. and I keep it in my room. Edit. Back when I had the Apple restrictions on my phone, I also found a way to disable those. Pretty much everything. Haven't spoken to them in 8.5 years. That I failed out of college and have been pretending to go to classes. I know about their sex tape. Edit. I'm not giving it out. Please. Cease. That I'm gay and my best friend is actually my boyfriend. At least they really like him too, so yeah. That I've been very close to suicide a number of times. When I was 15, I found my parents' collection of whips and chains, dildos, DVDs, some edible underwear and finally a rubber squeaky chicken. I'm being totally honest and I still don't know what the chicken was about. Thanks for the comments. I'm going to confess on something further, and this may be ducked up, I don't know. Let me know if you had a similar XP. Thinking back, I couldn't have been 15 as suggested above. I must have been marginally younger as I hadn't had my first ever intentional adulation yet. But I will confess that when I started doing so, I went into the box, sifted through all the sadistic stuff and watched one of the adult movies he had in the box whenever anyone was of the house, tbh. My dad doesn't know, but he unintentionally introduced me to 2 adult movie greats, Nina Mercedes and also Devon back in heydays. Take care all and thanks dad. Raises chicken in toast. I'm an alcoholic. My dad knows nothing about me from the last 20 years. Maybe when he gets back with the cigarettes I can tell him all about me. That I was raped my freshman year of college. They know my depression started that year, but they have no idea why. I don't think I'll ever tell them either. I've told my therapist and some close friends, and now the whole internet. And that's enough for me. There's nothing they would gain from that knowledge anyway. That I'm married. That I miss them a lot. The hentai addiction. That I open mouth kissed a horse once. That I'm miserable. Don't want to worry my mom over my problems, she has enough on her own. Well, just my mom. Cause my dad died when I was 13, but I was strung out on meth when I was pregnant, 22, with my son. I didn't know I was pregnant until the 3rd trimester and I somehow managed to quit cold turkey. But I constantly had nightmares about my son being born without arms or legs. Luckily I can say my son is fine, he's 18 now and the smartest, coolest kid I know. Maybe it's mom bias, but I know for a fact that he doesn't drink, smoke, or do drugs, and I'm so proud. He's a better, stronger person than I am. I'm living in my car. My dad doesn't know much about me at all. I've tried to tell my mom some things, but she thought I was trying to get attention or sympathy, so I don't tell her much either. Bad stuff. Like sexual abuse. Suicidal ideation. Also, she doesn't know I'm a damn good singer. She's heard rumors about it, but that's it. I smoke a lot of weed. I have the big GAY. And I'm currently dating. They believe I'm too innocent to be dating because I'm the youngest child. I masturbate. I was raped nearly 10 years ago. I have PTSD but told them it's just a panic disorder. There's a running joke in our family about how I'm so jumpy. They don't know it's a startle response. Some things a parent just doesn't need to hear about their child. I'm not straight. They're not homophobic or anything, I'm still just trying to figure myself more out first. I think I'm bi, but like I wanna know for sure before I say stuff with it, you know? How close I actually am to giving up and killing myself. That my mom being alive is the sole reason I don't hang myself at this very moment. I have thought about it so much I have a detailed plan of exactly where, when and with what I want to use to do it. She lost her mom to suicide when she was about my age, and knowing her son was struggling with the strong desire to do it as well would break her already damaged heart and rip her apart. Let alone me actually doing it. Once she passes away, which I hope for her sake doesn't happen anytime soon. I'm not sitting here hoping she dies soon so I can do it. Not at all. I don't want her to die. I really don't know if I will fight on after that. The only situation I can see stopping me once she passes is if I have a kid by that time. That I am in the BDSM community and how much of a role it plays in my life. I made a Reddit account to show off my dick. I'm 13 and my parents are super strict about online communication. Any social media is unacceptable. She doesn't even allow Xbox voice chat with strangers, and there was a time when I couldn't watch YouTube. What she doesn't know is self-explanatory from this post, I suppose. Edit. Guys, I don't hate my parents. That I'm literally addicted to buying Skittles for my GF. Edit. OMG, thanks for the UPVJK, but go find someone you guys love and shower them with love. I got my girlfriend pregnant and she had an abortion when I was 16. My parents don't know I dated like 4 people. None of my relationships really lasted, so they were easier to hide. But still, I've tried to kill myself multiple times. I have some serious mental issues. Namely anxiety and mild to moderate depression. Problem is I feel like I am a huge burden on them, and I don't want to burden them even more by having them worry about my mental issues. I'd rather them think that I have it all together and be proud of their successful son. I still have cancer. My mom thinks I'm cured. She has Alzheimer's, so we're not correcting her. That I have a boyfriend and I'm not a virgin. I just got a motorcycle endorsement. My mom hates bikes and never wants me to ride. I just turned 18 and got it. Since I can. But I'm still saving for a bike, which is a ways out. I am certified and no one knows. I just didn't want her to worry unnecessarily, since that's all she can do. I've just finished writing a pilot for a TV show based on a short story I wrote, and I'm currently working on a movie script based on the band I had in high school. Even though I have a degree in creative writing, I never really studied this type of writing. So I just learned by reading a book and bunch of screenplays. I kind of want to see if I can make anything happen out of this. But I'm avoiding telling my parents for the time being. I know them, and if I tell them it'll be non-stop asking about it, and I'd rather not have that added stress right now. They don't know I had genetic tests done to see if I got screwed over on the Alzheimer's gene. It runs on both sides of my family, and I just felt like I needed to know. I do have it. So there was some relief in knowing. My depression has spiraled since I got the results back though, and it's a daily struggle. The depression demon's newest attack is why I learn anything new. You're just gonna forget it anyway. When I refer to my parents as father and mother, I'm not being fancy, I'm being petty. I'm a lesbian. And I'm too scared of disappointing my mother to come out. I hate them. My mother is a toxic, negative person. And she and my grandmother always have something negative to say about whatever I happen to be doing. My mother is trying to fix it. But she drives me fucking insane sometimes. My father is supportive. But not in a way that actually helps. He fucked off with his girlfriend when I was young. And never really bothered trying to be a father. He also has a massive temper that I never want to deal with again. So I just don't visit. I'm an adult now, and I now have several good examples of how not to parent. All from my own parents. That I'm no longer religious but just pray in front of them for their own sake. And that seeing the example of their relationship over the years is the beginning of my decision to avoid being involved in any romantic relationships with anyone. Pretty much anything concerning me. My address. That I have a tattoo. It's been 4.5 years and they have never seen it. That I'll be kinda happy when a cousin and paternal grandma dies. He sexually abused me, and I think I remember him sort of stalking me at family gatherings. My grandma knew but didn't ever say a word. I feel lost and I don't know what to do with my life. I love my family, but I feel like a failure. I play games and read a lot because some days that's the only way that gets my mind clear enough to feel happy. I don't want to die and I'm not suicidal. But sometimes I wish I'd been born a better person or not at all. I'm bisexual and there's weed under my bed along with my identity bong. Nice try, mom. Who let that on Reddit? They don't know I'm asexual. Mainly because I know they wouldn't understand what it is, and I don't think that my sexual life has anything to do with them. I curse a lot. I really can't stand them. And I mean really can't. I'm not gay. At least I think they think I'm secretly gay cause I never dated anyone. Truth is I just started getting interested extremely lately and I don't think it will happen soon anyways. How much I miss them. It's my first time living out of home and having to do everything myself made me realize how much they'd do for me every single day of my life. Love them so much. I'm glad my grandfather is dead. He was abusive. But I don't think my parents realized the extent of it. I like to take it up the ass. I am bisexual. My parents don't know that I had a miscarriage at 10.5 weeks when I was 17 years old. It's none of their business. And I won't give them the satisfaction of knowing me that deeply. I wrote papers for money at school to pay for the medication I needed. And the ultrasound. To pay my friend back for helping me. My mother is a heartless narcissist and a delusional, abusive woman. My stepfather just doesn't need to know. I eat a shitload of popsicles. I'm bi. I've told my mum. She basically thinks it's just a phase and I haven't told dad because he is very homophobic. I feel like if I told him, he'd think I was joking and say it's a phase like mum. I'm planning on telling him when I move out. So it won't be so hard. I'm also very depressed and want to die. I wish someone else had been born instead of me. But I can't kill myself because of everything my parents have done for me. If we're being real, that all I want to do with my life is get an old black Cadillac, hit the road, and wander around from Florida to SoCal and back. Rock music, Marlboro cigarettes, a legally dubious shotgun in the trunk, a bottle of vodka in the back seat, windows down, radio up, nothing but dirt, diners, and abandoned truck stops for miles. Hit the theme parks in Orlando and LA. Check out the long abandoned Six Flags New Orleans and Rockahula Water Park. Do 80 plus down 66. See a show at every drive-in theater. Party in Vegas. Hit Jake Paul with a baseball bat. Piss in the Amboy crater. Visit the infamous Salton Sea. And come back home after a while with photos, video, memories, and possibly a few warrants out of California, Nevada, Texas, and Alabama. That's the dream. That I'm the last of our family to live. Fears and anxieties. A certain health related issue I don't even know how to approach. Sex stuff and that I'm really into hypnosis. Lucid dreaming. Meditation and that sort of stuff. I don't think they would understand it. How much net worth my wife and I have. My car got towed today. Right after finding a new apartment. Still don't know if I should be happy or sad. If you want to get nothing in return, you can like and join my Discord. There is a link in the description.